here's the problem I'm having. I'm hoping with the video it can explain it a bit better than just text. So the laptop is unplugged. There is no AC power on either side plugged in. The charger's down on the floor. But when I try to turn it on, nothing works. The laptop is charged. I just unplugged it before starting this video because it takes about 2 minutes after unplug to stop working. So that's why I didn't unplug it in the video. But pressing and holding does nothing. The light never turns on. To show, the input cover is connected, so it's not like it's just not plugged in. Our TC battery is there. It has volts. I believe it was 2.13 or maybe even more than that. I don't remember. But I charged it for the 24 hours as instructed and even tried putting a new one in. It still doesn't work. So disconnect the ribbon cable and pull the input cover off. That one does work at least. My other one did not work at all, but this one does, which is very nice. So thank you guys for helping with that. What I was talking about with the battery pins was when I was testing them all to see if there was power going through them, I connected the third and fourth one. Oh, I'm too close. I connected the third and fourth one right here. And instantly the red light turned on. I don't know why that happened, but it did. And now that the red lights are on, now it will turn on. The laptop will not turn on unless these red lights are blinking. And I will show that by reconnecting the input cover. Right down over here. Sorry, trying to do this one hand's not easy. My apologies. I really need a third hand. So plug the input cover in. Close the input cover. Red light should stop blinking and boop, turns on. Give it a moment and the screen will turn on, because now that the battery was seemingly disconnected, it does its whole RAM check and it's like it's its first boot up. It takes forever. This will turn off and then turn back on, the little light indicator. I'm just going to record the whole thing for you guys. Hit off. Should turn on any moment now. There it goes. And then now, any moment now, it should say framework. Boop. There you go. Now, because I did remove the RTC battery or CMOS battery for you guys. Oh, what do you know? I thought it was going to say it needed to repair Windows, but it doesn't. And yeah, I can now enter my PIN, which I'm going to turn away from a little bit. And yeah, computer works. But if I shut it off, the input cover is still not screwed in. It's just sitting on top of it because I don't know when I'll need to take it off again because I'm constantly taking it off, putting it on. Trying to figure out what's wrong with this. So light turned off. I am going to let it sit here for a minute because if I try turning it on right away, it will still work. Or should. Actually, let's check underneath the input cover, see if red light's still blinking. Oh, red lights are off. So if I try to turn it on, nothing. You saw I just turned it on without power in, now it won't work. But if I reconnect the power via the USB-C on the side, once I click that in, the red lights are flashing inside, and I can turn it on. No problem. And because the red lights keep turning off, I don't know what those indicate, but because they keep turning off, every time I turn it on, it has this long boot up. I don't know why it's having this problem. Frankly, it's very frustrating and annoying. But you guys have been super helpful so far, so I'm hoping with sending this to you, it will help some more. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help get this working. Actually, while I have the video going, I'll just show how to turn this off first because I don't want to open it up and mess around inside while it's turned on. So shut down. I always try to make sure I shut it down this way. I don't want to hold the power button because, God forbid, I break something else by holding the power button and force shutting it down all the time. I'm just going to unplug it now. There you go, turned off. Red lights are on for now. And they stop. I don't know why, but they did. Now that they're stopped, it won't turn on. So disconnect the input cover one more time while I've got the video running. See the CMOS. Try and get this to focus. It's in well. It is very secure. I don't want to like push too much, but like it's not budging at all. It's very well secured on there. When I've tested, if I connect to the positive and negative on the actual solder points to the board, it does give me a reading. So it is connected to the board and sending power. Bridging these 2 points I haven't done because I know that's not something you want to do in the first place. And it was even unintentional when I did it over here, but I did. And it made it work. And that's the best way I know right now how to boot it up without a power cord. All the parts in here are ones that were ordered and sent by Framework. This was the RAM you sent, the Wi-Fi you sent, and the SSD you sent. I have not input any of my own components or anything. This is an entirely Framework laptop. Even though I ordered the DIY one, I bought your guys' parts because I wanted to make sure everything was compatible and would work together. But yeah, it will not turn on. And even when it does, it gets really, really hot, though I'm assuming that's just because it's a small laptop. It's only on the bottom it gets hot. The input cover stays cool, so that's not as much a problem. Frustrating, but not an issue. But that is the problem I am having with the laptop. So I'm going to put this little sticky cover back just to protect all the components because I had to move it out of the way to get to the pins for the battery. But yeah, that's the problem I'm having. I'm hoping that with the video it can help show what's happening a bit more, so this doesn't keep happening. If I leave the laptop in sleep and don't turn it off, it does keep working, but the battery doesn't quite last long enough for me to just leave it in sleep 24/7 if I leave home, because there are times where I have to leave for like 10 hours at a time, and if the computer's got stuff open, it sometimes will die beforehand, and or it'll shut itself off to conserve power, which was weird. I think it's a setting I have to turn off, but it will not work. Thank you in advance for any help you can give.